Okay, guys, in this video, we are going to do some operations on vectors. All right, so we got two vectors in component form. So we got vector v with components -3, -4, 4. And then we have vector w with components -1, 3, 0. Okay, so first part says we want to multiply the first vector by -5. So what that means is what's called a scalar multiplication. So what that means is that each component gets multiplied by that number, right? So just like that. And so we're going to get 15, 20, and then -20. So that's -5w. Now let's compute -3. Sorry, that was -5v. Now let's compute -3w. Okay, so that means that we are multiplying w by -3 and then distributing that number to each term. So this is going to be 3, -9, 0. Okay, finally, we want to add them up. So as you can see, instead of doing a subtraction, I'm just converting it to a addition. So I'm saying -5w plus -5v. I don't know why I call it w uh, minus 3w. Okay, so we're just going to add them up component by component. So this is going to be 18, 20 minus 9, that's 11, and then this is -20. Okay, so let's just hope I got this right. Okay. Okay, the next part is to find the magnitude of this vector. So to find the magnitude, we just square each component and then add up the results, and then we take the square root at the end. So we're going to square 18, square 11, and we're also going to square 20. Notice that I'm never going to put -20 in here, because when people do that, they're going to mess up, because sometimes people do this. Like, I'm just going to show you what that is so wrong, because you can actually get a negative number this way. So if you want to really be a stickler, you would put it like this. That would be okay, but like, why would you want to suffer? Nobody's gonna say anything if you drop the minus. They're gonna be impressed and be like, oh, you know that when the minus is dropped, nothing changes. Okay, so all I have to do is just compute this. So let me just clear it, and let's take 18 squared plus 11 squared plus 20 squared. So that's some 845, and then square root of that is going to be my magnitude. Finally, I want to find the unit vector in the direction of this -5v minus 3w. Okay, so let's call this vector u. Okay, so what do we do to find the unit vector in a certain direction? What we do is we just divide the vector by the magnitude. So I already know what the components of this vector are. I know that they're 18, 11, and -20. I already computed that. And all I have to do is just divide it by its magnitude, which I just computed. So I just have to do like 1 over that number, which basically what that means is each component gets divided by that square root. And that's how you get a vector that has the same direction but unit length, which means length 1. Okay, so let's just see if that's going to be correct. And you can use less than, more than, or you can use the vector brackets. Either way is fine.